Why haven't y'all tried miracle food yet? Like, for real, all jokes aside.
Bitch, I'm God, I'm the Alpha and Omega, I'm the ancient of the days, I'm the Rahman Rahim, and you don't know where I come, you don't know from where I came, all you know is I am one with many aspects, different names, then one day the thought formed into a word inside my brain, then I said let it be, then next thing I heard a bang, then I split up into infinite dimensions with a chain, now we're all interlinked, we are all one and the same.
So I was going to ask, how did that whole connection, how did that start? How did you even get introduced to Easy, Ruthless, that whole...
Yeah, one of my cat Won't, it's like a brother to me. He actually like introduced me to the game, you know, when we was like 16, 17 years old. He was good friends with Gomac, which ends up being Laylaw brother. With Gomac was our DJ, which ended up being Laylaw brother. We used to hustle together. And at the time, they were developing Ruthless Records. And Law would just keep his ear to us like, okay, y'all hustling, but y'all getting serious about the music. But when y'all really get serious with the music, holla at me. So we put enough records together. We put Murder Rap, Untouchables. I would say 65% of the records on Living Like Hustle, we put them together in a demo. At the time, they was about to go on the Straight Outta Compton tour. We shot it to them. We waited. They digged it. Okay, we met with Dre and Easy, and they fell in love with it. They went back out again, and we were still wilding. and then finally we got that call, and shit, the rest is history right there. You know, it's funny because just mutual friends. You know what I mean? And I would say we got connected. If I wouldn't have been a street hustler, I wouldn't have got connected to Eazy-E. You know,
right.
I can truly say that. I can truly say that part. That's the silver lining of hustling in the streets for me and my crew, you know, because the connection comes from us hustling with cats in the streets, you know. Gomac was going around them playing our records, our street records, our little mixtapes that we had out that we was moving around the neighborhood and shit.
Right.
And then it got to his brother, and he turned Laylaw, ended up giving the demo to Eric and Dre. And the rest is history, bro.
So y'all was already above the law? Did you already have your name?
Yeah, we was already above the law. Yeah.
When did you get your name, Code 187 on?
Oh, well, I got that from, remember I told you we used to DJ, right? Well, when we go parties and shit, you know, cats, I would be MCing and cats would want to battle all the time, right? And usually I'll say, like they'll say regular rap shit. I'll say some shit with some crazy metaphors and shit, but it'd be street shit. It'd be about hustling and shit. It'd be about taking you out. Like like my verse in Murder Rap. It'd be like some shit like that. Like I'll slice you, boom, I'll blow you away, that kind of thing. But it'd be just such an ill rhyme pattern. They'd be like, okay, dude can rap too. So we was coming up with some names for the crew, you know. And at that time, we was called Hustles Beyond Control, like a dope clique. Like everybody had their little dope crew. You remember?
Hustles Beyond Control?
Yeah. Because we were a dope dealing crew.
HBC?
Yeah, HBC, yeah.
Okay.
So we would go around doing that. So when we decided to become above the law and just say drop all that, because we were two different crews. You know what I mean? We would be HBC, but we'd be like, okay, what we gonna do? Our whole crew can't make a record. You know, everybody we hustle with, because it's like 20 niggas we hustling with. Everybody can't make a record. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like, you know, we want to do like a Wu-Tang thing or something that I wouldn't even heard of. It had to be a locker idea. You know what I mean? So we came with above the law, and then we wanted to have like street names, you know, far as like hustling street names or whatever, right? At the time, I was just Big Hutch at the time.
I figure you was just Big Hutch.
At the time, I was just Big Hutch. Right. But my boy was like, no, you need like a killer name. And my boy DJ K-Oss, he was like, you need a killer name. I said, like, what you mean? Like when you be battling niggas, you be killing them like a murderer. I said, you mean like, and so I said, you mean like, what if I use like 187? And then he was like, yeah, 187, the penal code for murder. I said, but let's put code 187 on it. So when people say my name is code 187, like that, drop the V-U-M and just say 7, like that.
And that is what we call niggering it up. Hey, that's what black people do. Like we nigger some shit up, and that's what makes it dope.
Yeah. And
187.
so we all end up getting like dope dealer names like KMG, which is Cash used to have initials in the streets. Oh yeah, KMG got the work over there, which was his name, Kevin Michael Gully. You know what I mean? And then Gomac he always was Gomac with the sack. You know what I mean? And then DJ K-Oss was just an ill nigga in the streets anyway. So he always was causing chaos. So I was like, you should be DJ K-Oss.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's how we came up with Above the Law, and that was a lock, So
now, see, we were talking about this the other day, when we were just on the phone, and I was just talking about how, our love for hip hop back then, and the way, and our love for the culture of what we were doing, and how we wanted to be to that, and we didn't really care about. We weren't thinking about corporate ramifications, shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you were, you would never named your group Above the Law.
Absolutely.
You never named yourself Cole 187. No.
You know
what I mean? like you wouldn't, because that would have been counterintuitive to business.
Absolutely.
See? But it was great for hip hop.
That's right.
It was great for hip hop, and there was a time in hip hop when we didn't give a fuck about none of that shit.
There you go.
We wanted to do this shit and get our name around our way or impress our people. Take
it like this. Like when you guys were doing you guys' thing, like right now, that's kind of like, what are you talking about? Like being proud to be like your culture and all of that shit. But I will tell you what, it was necessary, and we loved it because of the fact that you guys were being true to what you guys were. Now if a group comes out talking about Black Pride and all these different things, and now it's kind of like, oh, y'all anti this, y'all anti that. Back then it was like applauded. You know what I mean? So for us doing like hardcore music, it never felt like it wasn't normal to us. You know what I mean? Like we felt like all the guys that came before us, they always talked about, where they came from, how fucked up it was, how ill it was. You know what I mean? So we just put our street essence to it. You know what I mean? So it never didn't feel like it didn't belong. You know what I mean? Like it's not like now where you got things so regulated, and for some reason, I don't know how it went backwards, but for us, we never felt like it was anything wrong. Plus, with a CO like Eazy-E, it was easy money. You know what I'm saying? It was easy. He applauded the fact that we was talking about hustling in the streets and doing things of that nature. You know what I mean? Because I don't think a bigger record company would even understand any of that. But that was hip hop, and hip hop was built by the people who supported hip hop, not and done hip hop. It wasn't actually built by another industry. So I think that's why we were able to prevail. All of us. That's East and the West Coast and down South. I think that's why our era is so great for that, because we didn't have that governor. We didn't have that baseline to where, oh, you can only say this. It only has to be like that. It could be anything. It could be about having fun at a party, hustling in the streets, drinking a 40, fuck the police, whatever Brand Nubian saying, whatever this group is saying, whatever De La Soul is saying, whatever PE is saying, it was all about that, and it was applauded.
Y'all had it a little better, I feel, because y'all were coming from an independent label, like an independent Black label.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that was on some gangster shit.
Yeah.
So, it enabled y'all to really have a freer voice and a iller attitude. Whereas, Brand Nubian, we were on Elektra Records. That was
exactly. I remember. Yeah.
That was a major label. So our first video that we did, that was directed by Fab Five Freddy.
Dope, Freddy, man.
Up, right? So
yeah, big up Fab Five.
We had a representation of the devil in that video, and it was a black man in white face,
right,
with a white suit on.
Oh yeah.
white fucking wig with some horns coming out his head.
Oh, yeah.
Leading the black people astray. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So basically, MTV said we're not going to play it. Like
absolutely, I remember them days.
Some like reverse racism type of shit.
It was.
So he said it was.
It was. It definitely was, because all you're doing is telling the truth. You know.
Right.
And here we are in a world that we're supposed to be freedom of speech, freedom to express ourselves how we want to express ourselves. If you feel like that, you could say it. You know. And it's a trip you say that. Now, y'all got banned for that. Guess what we got banned for? We got banned. Murder Rap got banned on MTV because we paid off a judge in Murder Rap in the video. Remember when I go to jail in Murder Rap, when the police come and take me to jail, I fight a case. The whole video is about me fighting the murder case. Right? Now, how we beat the case, Dre, Law, and Easy go pay the judge off. MTV wouldn't in my video because we paid a judge off, and we called ourselves above the law. Now we could have easily took the video, we could have took it out, but Easy said, "Fuck that. That's not what we do with Ruthless Records."
And that's why I brought up this story, because they said to Electra, "Yo, we're not playing that unless y'all take that out." And we was, as the group, was like, "Well, fuck y'all. We ain't taking shit out. Leave that shit alone." What did Electra do? Took it out.
Took it out, yeah. Mm-hmm.
They paid for it. They like, fuck the bullshit. We gonna get our money out of this shit.
Exactly.
And they edited the shit, and you be hard pressed right now to find that original version.
Absolutely.
So that's why I even brought that up, because that's the difference. Since y'all was with an independent black label, Easy, like, fuck that. We ain't changing shit. These niggas. You can buy a judge. That's real shit. You know what I mean? Like, so why are we acting like it's not? Like, fuck.
And then we became, us and 2 Live Crew became the poster children to the explicit lyrics sticker, because they made an example of like this.
There was no sticker.
It was no sticker. Remember, it was no sticker at that point. Remember?
Wow.
But in '90, Living Like Hustlers, what is it? USA record, banned in the USA record. Sticker, that's when explicit lyric stickers came out.
Right. Wow.
NWA original record didn't have an explicit lyric sticker. Ours did. Living Like Hustlers had an explicit lyric sticker on it. And that was Epic. You got to realize our distributor was Epic. So you know what type of flack we took. That was Epic Records. You know, that's when Epic was trying to do a black, remember, Epic tried to do a black division at that time. They wanted to fuck with, and they was heavy on Dre. So they signed us to produce Above the Law and Cocaine at the time. But here's the flip part. Cocaine's original record, they made him change his name. Because they said, okay, y'all can be above the law, but we ain't putting out no artist named Cocaine. You know? Yeah. That was heavy, man. Yeah.
Wow.
So his first record came out anonymous. It was called Who Am I? Like, guess who he is type of guess. So we use that to, you know, to navigate through getting him, you know, in the forefronts, basically. Because the second album, of course, we put his name on there. You know, I'll tell you something crazy. Epic wanted us to be called ATL, like NWA, and Easy was like, fuck that. They call Above the Law. We're not doing that. You know what I mean? Right. We don't want the motherfucker to figure some shit out. They don't have to. They just making a statement. They're not saying niggas with attitude. They not offending them. Who they offended? They just saying they above the law with the music they making.
Well, see, you know, kind of felt like people did call y'all ATL anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because we labeled ourselves as that too.
At one point, there was a lot of 3-letter groups out there. NWA, ATL, what was CMW? You know,
exactly.
like it was a lot of these 3-letter, and you know, I like
Eric didn't want to. The thing about Eric, he didn't want to do that though. He didn't want to call us like how they were. He wanted to say strictly shocked motherfuckers and call yourself above the law. That's why if you look at the Living Like Hustlers record, it's got Where's Freeway Rick? Because at the time Freeway Rick was moving around and nobody really knew where he was at. He was on the run, kind of. You know what I mean? And we walking out the courtroom like we just beat a case. So all that was symbolizing like being above the system, basically, you know. and they didn't like it. A lot of media didn't like that at the time, you know. But Norby Walters and people like that was behind us.
Norby Walters.
Yeah, they pushed us right through though. We was on Good Morning America, all kinds of shit, being above the law. You know what I mean? So it was an incredible, like, bringing forth what you were saying. We never were regulated with what we did for us because of our CO was so dope and so real with it. You know, Eric was a person that's like, okay, we gonna make it make sense beyond these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? We gonna at least, if they not gonna play y'all, they finna have a conversation with y'all. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't gonna play, and that's what Norby did. He was like, okay, if they're not gonna play their music, we gonna have a conversation with America while they're not playing their music. You know,